Hey, greetings, tribe. It is the middle of the day, WrestleMania Saturday. We're halfway through today's Showcase of the Independents and the Collective. I'm going to go through the first two shows of the showcase first. Started off the day at Tony Deppin's Beer House. Billie Starkz, Heather Monroe. Billie Starkz has been a highlight for me all weekend. She's super young. She's got great potential. I see nothing but fantastic stuff for her. Heather Monroe. She's really been banging around the Indies and is just a really solid worker. She got the win. Jordan Oliver, JD Drake. There's a bit of a scare at the end. Jordan Oliver got the win, but it looked like he may have been injured bad. After that, JD Drake cut a promo, and it wasn't just some bullshit promo. He was shooting about the talent and how much work they're putting in over the weekend just to get their name out there, and the fans and how everybody needs to support each other, and the fans need the wrestlers and wrestlers need the fans. It's a great fucking statement. I was crying. It was part of Tony Deppin's Beer House. You can go back and watch a repeat of it on IWTV if you have a subscription. If you don't, you can sign up for a subscription and get a free goddamn trial. It's worth it to see that speech. If I can find it somewhere and I can put it up on the Twitters and stuff, I will do that because it's really, really, it just touched me as a wrestling fan. Not to get all thing. Starting this show off, Ace Austin, one of my favorites for years now, taking on Straight Brazy. Braden gets the win over the wily Ace Austin. Cornbelt Cowboy, my homeboy Manders, was taking on the veteran Tank in a very vicious, brutal barroom brawl. Tank gets the win. Manders looked impressive as hell, though. Just, that dude has put so much work in and he busts his ass. He deserves the moon. He's a great guy. And I know I'm putting him over, but it's because he deserves it. The only other highlight of that show for me, because I was watching that as well as watching Effie's Big Gay Brunch, the Xer guys came out. They're almost like a joke version of the Body Donnas. They were in a tag match with Rohit and Ty Hill. Rohit is fucking stellar on the mic, man. What a great heel. So great on the mic. Those two teams took on Iron Beast. It ends how you think it was. The rest of those guys got the shit beat out of it. Iron Beast is some shit. Second show on the Showcase the Independents started at 3 o'clock Central. I didn't see much of it at all, sadly. I was watching Cologne's Planet Death, which we'll get to. The only thing I really caught, and I'm glad I did, was Ricky Shane Page and Vince Nothing, which is Faith in Nothing, taking on Besties. Still, in my top 3 favorite entrances of all time are the Besties. To the Collective, Effie's Big Gay Brunch. What an amazing show. Every time Effie puts one on, it always is. It's always a great way to start the day. There's a lot of fun. There's a little intensity. It's just a great, well-rounded wrestling show. And I can't say enough good things about Effie. I know I'm rocking a shirt. It's like, oh, put Effie over. I don't need to put Effie over. Effie's fucking over, all right? Anyway, he had a soul on a pole match with Ace Perry. Wins, but gives Ace Perry his soul. That's what kind of guy Effie is. The end with Perro's Twink Hunter Tag Team Gauntlet was basically Effie sending food to the Lions, man. Just every team that came out just crushed. The end is just huge, powerful, paint huffing, and vicious. Another highlight, Edith Surreal, who has impressed me all weekend long, beating Devon Monroe. AJ Gray versus Billy Dixon. Man, Jesus Christ, what a fucking match. Those two just beat the holy hell out of each other. That's one I want to see again and again and again. You know, I know the thing's been thrown around, and I don't want to use that. I want to use Godzilla versus Ghidorah. That was followed by Alex Cologne's Planet Death, complete death match card. Alex Cologne beats Lucky 13 to become GCW's new Ultraviolet champ. It's a new title they brought in. Schlack and Nolan Edward. Nolan Edward, I swear to God, has wrestled at least every time block of this weekend. I'm going to go back and do a count at the end. But he's not only wrestling, he's in vicious, brutal death matches. From Thursday night with Jake Christ, today with Schlack. He's got Mercer later tonight. He was in the, God, man, he's just putting in the fucking work. And just much respect to Nolan Edward for going out and busting his ass like that this weekend. AJ Gray, again, in another death match, and he takes out Connor Claxton. I don't know that I've seen AJ Gray lose since I've discovered him. I've probably seen him wrestle I would say close to 20 or 30 matches, and I don't know that I've ever seen the man lose. I don't know that he can. Masada versus Eric Ryan. There's concrete blocks. It was vicious. You think Kogar's thing would be left over from last night, but nah, they drug that shit out. 44-0 comes out, fucks everything up. Then, second gear crew, Manser, Effie, and Spider Nate Webb come to the rescue and drive 44-0 out. This has been a wonderful day of wrestling so far. Night for the collective, Unsanctioned Pro, fueled by Spite, followed by No Peace Underground, Shallow Graves, closing it out. You better believe No Peace Underground's going to shut this fucker down proper. 1 p.m. Central, midnight Eastern. Unsanctioned is on at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. Just a couple miles down the road, and we have Bye Bye to the Pawn Shop. Except they had to move the show, so they won't even be at the pawn shop to say goodbye to it. There's a lot of good matches on for that. I'm going to have a hard time bouncing back and forth between all these shows, but I've been doing it all fucking week long, and I'm going to continue to do it. I'm Ortega Latrobe. This is Off the Ropes. It's WrestleMania Saturday halfway point. I'll be back at about 2 o'clock this morning wrapping up the Showcase of the Independents, wrapping up the collective. And once those guys have wrapped up, I'm going to take some fucking sleep. I can only imagine how tired I'd be if I'd actually went to this thing. But what a better way to beat yourself up, man, is just going full bore with something you love. I know that's what Tiffany's doing. I know that's what Val Pancakes is doing. I wish I was there with them. Anyway, I couldn't do it. I swear someday we will be at the same shows. Until that time.
I love Ortega's sauce. It makes my taco pop.
This is unreal, completely unreal.